I'm Dawn Pici, and this is Tactical Thursdays, where I help you gain the unfair advantage over your competition and gain those tactical skills that you need to move ahead in your business and your career. I want to talk about how you can create your own good luck. You know, there's people in life, and they seem to have what they call the Midas touch. Everything they touch turns to gold. They get this idea and that works. And they do this business partnership and that works. And they do this and that. And everything seems to work. Everything seems to just fall in place for them. I want to talk to you today a little bit more about how business owners create their own luck. The first thing that I noticed about people who create their own good luck is that they accept responsibility. You know, after 9/11, Mayor Giuliani was being interviewed, and he was standing in front of his desk, and beside him was a little plaque, and it said, "I'm responsible." And he said, you know, I won't take the blame for this, but I will take the responsibility. Joe and I have to take the responsibility for our own success. Responsibility. What does that involve? Well, that involves getting up early, going to bed late. And we work. We work a lot. People don't see, you know, they see us on the stage. You know, they see us training. And I think, I've said this to many people, I think we make it look easy. I think we make it look easy. Success is not easy. Success takes a lot of behind the scenes work. People don't see how much time we spent putting together our materials, how much time we spend talking over this, tweaking it, trying this, trying that. People don't see how much research we do, how many books we read. If you're going to be in business for yourself, you get to choose the 20 hours a day you work. When we were building a direct sales company, and this is, we built a large direct sales company to 6 figures. Joe worked his regular job during the day. I was homeschooling children during the day. As soon as he was done with his first job, he was running in the door, taking a shower, putting on a shirt, and running back out the door. I think he could do it in about 13 minutes. And I was setting up babysitters so that I could be, as soon as I fed the kids some dinner, bang, I was out the door. And many times we weren't home till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, because we were meeting with people, we were training people. That's what it took. So the first thing is people that are making their own luck take responsibility for their own luck. Second thing is, I think people who seem to be lucky, it's not that they don't make mistakes, because we all make mistakes. You know, you might pick the wrong business partner, you might pick the wrong blog to be on, whatever it is. We all make mistakes. But people who create their own luck own up to their mistakes and learn from them. You know, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to get a different result is the definition of a crazy person. Sometimes we have to say, wow, that was the dumbest thing I've ever done. I've done some really dumb things, all right? And I continue to make mistakes. But I learn from my mistakes. I work to learn from my mistakes. When something doesn't work, I'm not too proud to call somebody up and say, hey, what are you doing here? Or I'm not going to try to nickel and dime my business. If I don't know something, I'm going to pay for the training so that I can know it. So learn from your mistakes and move on. You know, move on. Number 3, it's a biggie, perseverance. Sometimes I have to move on, and sometimes I need to persevere. You know, it's kind of like Kenny Rogers, that great philosopher who said, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. All right. Sometimes it's important to discern that. When do I need to learn from my mistakes and go down a different road, and when do I need to persevere? I think a lot of people give up way too soon. You know, sometimes we just get bored with what we're doing. You've got to do 20 quality face-to-face meetings or phone meetings with people to really get things going. 20 a month, 20 a month, like a heartbeat. Not 5 one month and 50 the next. You've got to do that. You've got to book face-to-face meetings. You've got to persevere. And I think a lot of times we get tired of it. We get lazy. Oh, it's the summer. Oh, it's the holidays. Oh, we make excuses for ourselves, which is my next point. People who create their own luck don't make excuses. You can make excuses or you can make money, but you'll never do both. I remember when we were building our direct sales company, my sister was killed. My parents' house burnt down. My mother-in-law passed away. My father passed away. I had to move my mother in with me, and that all took place in a 2-year period. In a 2-year period where our business continued to grow. Now, how do you, sometimes life doesn't cooperate. In fact, in my life, I can tell you, life has never cooperated. It has never cooperated. So how do you keep moving on, or do you just keep making excuses? You have got to plan your day and find ways to take out the distractors, or you're going to be making excuses. I didn't feel well that day. I just didn't feel like going to that meeting today. Whatever it is, you have to stop making excuses. Number 4, this is a biggie because you have to develop this one yourself. You have to have confidence in yourself and the people around you. And if I'm surrounded by people that I don't have confidence to get the job done, then I have to fix them or fire them. It's that simple. That means that maybe if I'm working someplace, I have to go somewhere else. How do you build your own personal confidence? And I think a lot of that revolves around what are you doing on a daily basis to develop your confidence. There's a thing that, people say, make all these affirmations and you'll finally believe it. I have a little caveat to that. I think those things are important. However, you can't fool your subconscious. You can't say, I'm going to be a millionaire one day and sit on your couch and actually believe it. Your subconscious knows you're lying. Your subconscious is trying to line things up. It's not enough just to say things. I have to put a little action behind it. And that's going to build my self-confidence. Let me explain. When I first went into sales, I really knew that I knew nothing about sales. I sang opera for 20 years. I didn't know anything. I was a music teacher. What do I know about sales? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I had to start not only believing that I could, but what increased that belief was when I did something towards the goal. And sometimes I had to start off with really small things. But as I did these small things, they built into larger things, which built my belief. And I got to the point where it doesn't matter if you say no to me, because you can't take away what I learned from this meeting. You see, when I got a no, then I sat back and I went, what? Why did I get no? Why did 5 people say no to me this week? There's something in my skill set that's missing. And I made it a point to fix that. You see, when I see failure and people who build their own good luck, they don't look at failure the way other people do. Some people, oh, everybody said no to me. And so then they crawl in a hole and they never come out again. But people who create their own good luck, when they have a failure, they take it apart piece by piece. And they say, what is it that is missing? What is missing in what I'm doing? What is it that I'm doing that's not, that's tripping me up? Or what skill set do I need? So what piece of the sales cycle are you failing in? Is it lead generation? Is it getting that appointment? Is it Is it making a presentation? And is it closing? Is it follow-up? Is it getting quality referrals? What part are you, when you look at social media, what piece of it do you need to learn? And that brings me to the next one. It's kind of under the umbrella of confidence, and that is, how good are you at tooting your own horn? At some point in time, you need to sit down and say, what are my accomplishments? What am I good at? What did I do? But owning your accomplishments, which involves assertive communication. Most people, remember, we tend to either be passive or aggressive. And most of us, oscillate between the two. Learn assertive communication, because that's going to help you not only gain respect for yourself, but help you gain the respect of people around you, which is ultimately going to build your confidence. The last one I want to talk to you about is the power of collaboration. People who are really create their own luck, are open, are secure enough in themselves to be open to the suggestions of other people. So many times people are closed because they're this is my project and this is my vision and all of that. And yet there's all kinds of people who have other ideas that can really contribute to the whole. You've got to be open to collaboration, but make sure you're collaborating with the people who know more about this than you do. If you collaborate with people who are at your level, you're not gaining anything. And find somebody who knows more about something than you do and asking them their opinion. Sometimes you're going to have to pay for that, okay? Sometimes you're going to have to pay for that. So be open to collaboration. Let me tell you the biggest, I think, the biggest enemy to creating your own luck. The biggest enemy to creating your own luck is thinking that there's a big hit out there. It's what I call lottery mentality. I'm going to put out one video and man, it's going to go viral. Does that happen sometimes? Yeah. But the people who are really building the following out on social media are people who are out there all the time. It's how do I fill a bucket of water one drop at a time? Being lucky depends on a lot of hard work. My husband always said, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And there's a lot of truth in that. The harder you work in the right places, on the right path, fixing those skills and all that, the luckier you're going to become.